Hey, hello everyone. So we'll continue with the Xpaths. We'll be talking about some more fun functions today, and I hope you will enjoy this video. This is Ajay Bhattacharya. Let's start with the session. Okay, so today we'll be talking about some of the very common functions that we use while creating Xpaths, and I'll start with text function. So let's go to the Wikipedia page wherein I have opened the console and the element section by clicking F12. So you can just go ahead and hit F12. This section would pop up. So I'm hitting F12 again, and it will pop up the entire code. So let's start with it. So when I hit anywhere and search with Control F, it will give you the section wherein you can write and search Xpath. So let's start with text function. So supposedly you are looking for an object which has text, say in the news. So what you have to do is very simple. Write. So I don't know the name of the tag yet, so I'll give it a regular expression which is star, and see, when I hit star I get the entire page highlighted. So then starting with rectangular bracket and give the function that is text and equal to. So I have to match the entire string, so I'll write in the news, and I will complete the bracket. So I have my object highlighted here. So supposedly you don't know the entire text and the website is not yet ready, but you are doing an in-sprint automation wherein you are given that the text could be like in the news or in the lab or in the module or in the anything. So what you do, if you search by equal to, then nothing will be highlighted because it's not 100% match. So if I hit enter, nothing yellow is displayed here, right? So there is another function called contains. Okay, so we would use that contains function. Contains, and I will be still using the text function but within the contains function. So I'll just give a comma. So contains in the, but here you can see I have found out two objects here. So one is here in the news. I'll hit and go to the next one. So here I am seeing another text is displayed, and this is, where is this? So it is so yeah, in the person's case, right? So yes, in that way you can do. So the next function which we'll talk about, it starts with, okay, it's similar to the contains function. So contains is like the string is contained within the entire thing, but starts with the string has to start with that particular text or maybe the particular string. But before that, I will emphasize one thing. It is not only text where we can use the contains function or the text or the starts with function. We can use any other attribute. Like if I go and say I need to find out this div. Now this mp-otd, it is right now static, but in some cases you might find that it is dynamic. So what would you do is just go here. So instead of text, you give the attribute which is id, and the id contains supposedly mp and dash. Okay, so see 31 uh, objects are highlighted here. So MP is also contained in jump. Now let me try with say jump, and let's see just one. So this ID, this is the ID which contains the string jump, and it also starts with jump, so we can also use the function starts with. Let's see if that works. starts with, yes, it works. So even if we give starts with J, it works like that. So basically the string in the ID has to start with J. So that's how you can use the starts with function. The next is concat. Going forward, this 4 or 5 functions which I have would be string manipulation functions. This is a concat function, which means it will concatenate two strings. So I had written down an Xpath. Let me paste it here and let's see. So what it does, it starts with a text that contains here I'm using the concat function to concatenate these two words, which is did you know. So what I'm getting is this particular stack span, which gives you did you plus no. So yeah, in that way. Now so here we can see also the class is, the ID is did underscore you underscore no. So you can also use, instead of text, you can use the attribute ID. Just what you have to do is the ID starts with did underscore, and there is underscore, not space. So we need to put underscore here, and then we need to put underscore here. See, it highlights. So this has to be correct, right? Because the concat string will give you the output, concatenated output of the string. So that's how. So the concatenated output should match with the ID. Even if since we are using the starts with function here, so here it is starting with did underscore you underscore no. The dot 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 thing is not there here, if you see, but it's still, since it starts with did you know, did underscore you underscore no, so it's picking up the particular object. So that should be good to go. Okay, the next one is substring. So substring is similar to our substring in Java or any other language. So how substring works is a particular string is supplied, and then it starts from a particular index, and then it continues for a particular length. Okay, so this is the length of the string which will be output. Now let me show you what is the output of this particular thing from the console. Control C. Let me go to the console. So console, I have told you that to evaluate Xpath you have to give $x and then double quotes. Within that you have to paste this, but remember one thing, here in the double quotes you cannot give another double quote, so you have to use single quotes. Okay, and this sometimes single quotes are required when you are writing Xpath in Selenium, so better to use single quotes instead of double quotes, and that is for always. So here see, the output is underscore thi. So I have given the third index, right? So 1 2 3, from here it starts, it continues for the next 4. So 1 2 3 and 4, so underscore thi is the output. So if we go back to the element section, here we can see, so this is the concat thing which is here. Let me get the substring Xpath from here and paste it here to see whether it is working or not. So yes, it works. So here you can give the substring, but I have used the contains function, so it will pick up that underscore thi from the ID, right? And it will give you the output. So you can use it for text, you can use it for class, you can use it for any other thing. So in that way, you can just go and play around, search for anything, may it be id, may it be text, use the substring function and just see how it comes. Okay, then there is another function called substring before and substring after. So here I have given the highlight. So if the string is say 01/02 and it is substring before the slash, so the output is 01, right? Yeah. And if it is after, the output is 02. Okay, so similar way in substring you can use substring before. So what I've done is substring before on this day and I've given underscore this. So before this, what is there? On will be your output. So the id should contain on. So let's see what output. So yeah, we'll continue with that and we'll talk about the substring. So let's go back here. I was talking about substring before. So yeah, so Control C, I'll go back here and I'll paste it here. Control V, let's see whether it works or not. It does work. So the id should contain on and there is only one id with on, so it's giving you one output. So yeah, that is substring before. Let's talk about substring after. Let's copy this and paste it here. So what this does is contains id and substring after on. So after on is this underscore day. So this underscore day is here, so it's giving that output. You can really try it with anything. You can try it for text. So let me go and find a text for you. So let's try this. Okay, from today's. Okay, so after from. Okay, so let's write after from, and then it's not id, so it's text. Okay, and substring after form. Okay, no, first we have to supply the entire thing. Control V, and then it's after from. It doesn't work because of this. There is an apostrophe. There are certain ways, to do without it. So let's try something else. Let's try in the news. I'll tell you how to deal with the apostrophe, because single quotes and double quotes. Okay, before that I've put a y here by mistake. Let me check. No, it still works. So the apostrophe here doesn't matter, but sometimes in your code you will face challenges with the apostrophe, because it is same as the symbol is same as single quote, so sometimes it might create an issue. So you have to deal with it with regular expression or something, or you might not be able to use it in the form of text. So be careful with that when using that. So but now this works. I had mistakenly put an y here, so that's why it was not coming properly, but now it's working. So yeah, okay, so substring after is done, and now something funny. Let's talk about string length. Okay, so what this thing does is it will search for certain span tags for which the text length is greater than 6. Okay, so you can use such kind of function and you'd really get good results. Just for programming and coding you can try out. So how many? 38 tags are there which has length greater than 6. Let's put it lesser than 6. Okay, sorry. let's put lesser than 6. How many do we have? 22. Let's put equal to 6 now and see what happens. Okay, so 6, yeah, you can see it's 6, right? So we still have 10, which has a length of 6. So all of this will have a length of 6, including the spaces, of course. So yes, that is nice. So you can put a length of 6 as well, and that would work. Now some other things, other functions which we will deal with, like has a child. Okay, has a child and with anything. So I put a star here. So any tag has a child, any child is fine. Now ul tag with li child. Okay, so I mean you are looking for certain ul tags which has li as the child, so you can really count it. There are 33. Okay, then we'll talk about the OR logic. Okay, so anchor tags which has either name as an attribute or href as an attribute. So here I did not find such example, but I took div tag, and okay, so div tag with class as an attribute or id as an attribute, there are total 99. If we go and check here, class as an attribute is 67, id as an attribute is 55. So it's like there's certain which has both id and class in common. So instead of or, we can use and check there are 23 in common. So if you just add only class plus only id minus 23, you will definitely get 99. Try that out. It's really fun. And in that way we also covered one attribute, one operator, which is AND operator. The last was OR. Now AND logic is also covered. I'd also add to this video union. So union is a sum of these pipes. Okay, so anchor tags, let's see, there are 362, and only div tags, there are 143. So if you add both of them, you will get 505. So in that way also you can do. These are not really daily necessities, but sometimes you might need. It's better to know than not to know, you know. So yeah, that's it for this video. I have some more fun stuff coming up in the next videos, so keep watching, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.